As you guys can see in the title, my sister here, her name is Marielle. My sister is gonna do my makeup, and it's honestly up to her how much makeup she wanna put on me.
So I saw this hack on TikTok where you like just take on moisturizer and then setting powder, and then I'm just gonna spray her face with prep spray. Lovely, isn't it?
Lovely.
I'm just gonna blend 2 different shades to match with her skin tone, I guess. And then I can't find her beauty blender. Mix, mix, mix. I'm just gonna go in with the foundation. I'm not using any brushes because that's just not how I do makeup. Which probably seems very unprofessional, but like, hey, I'm not James Charles. So I used the Max Factor Skin Luminizer in 75 Golden, and I mixed it with Revolution Conceal and Define shade F6. Now I'm gonna go in with the Bourjois Paris Healthy Mix in the shade 53 Dark. And I'm just going in the corner and on the edge of her eye to give that lifted illusion, and then also on her nose, Cupid's bow and chin, and a little up in the forehead. Is that forehead big, man? Just kidding, it's not that big. Then I just contour. Oh, that was dark contour. Oh, god damn, that's some orange shit.
Our cat is an attention freak right now, if you guys can hear.
When she's outside, she always screams. She always wants some attention. Like, if the door is open on one side, she goes to the other side just so that we open up the door. And yeah, I know I'm using the wrong brush.
My forehead is orange.
Oh,
Or pale. Wait. I think I'm gonna end up being another person. I'm probably not gonna look like myself. I'm gonna become Michael Jackson 2.0.
So I used a sleek palette in light 373. And now I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and go in with bronzer. And then a little above where the contour is. And that looks really bad on camera. And in real life, so. I forgot. I used Isadora bronzing powder in Terracotta Bronze 43. Now we're gonna take, the writing does not come up, bronzing powder compact long lasting. I don't know, it's German. And then I saw this hack that Nikki Tutorials, what she does is bronze her whole entire nose and then she bake.
This is gonna be interesting.
The powder that I'm using is W7 banana powder, loose powder. Sometimes I just want to set up cameras around the house and like just send a request to like MTV or something and just ask if they can like make a reality show about us, just like the Kardashians, because sometimes the shade is real in this house.
I believe that's because we all, like everyone in this house, we have very strong personalities.
Everyone's really stubborn.
Yeah, and honest.
Or like upfront, like we just say everything that we mean. For the brows, I use Radiant.
I think it's an eyeshadow actually. But
Yeah,
it
it's in Smoky Matte 246.
I remember when I first bought that, we were in Lebanon, and I believe down there they can use anything for everything. Like they don't care whether it's eyeshadow. They could use it on the lips. They could use it everywhere.
It's like really sad what's going on down there.
Yeah, the world is tragic at the moment. This year was
But to me, I don't see why people only started caring about what was going on in Lebanon after the explosion. Our mom is from Lebanon, and I remember she said that when we were in Lebanon in 2006, it was like a whole mess because, yeah, you know, Lebanon and Israel. And then I remember she said that her boss called and asked if she could like make a report on what was going on down there. I don't think she did. That's really rude, I think. Like,
especially when it's bad, like wars and stuff. When you know that your family could be in danger or your family is in danger while you're like safe.
So I'm using Morphe 35W, and currently I've used this shade, and I've started on this one. I remember our first cat, Susie. I had her for 9 years, and in the beginning it started with like I used to give her like my lunch on my way home from school in elementary. It was like in 2nd grade. And then like she would start coming on the weekends too, and I remember we were alone with our dad. And then we had hot dogs, and I wasn't really a fan of that, so I took the cat up
Above the garage,
yeah,
basically.
And then I just carried her up there, and I had a hot dog in one hand and the cat in the other, and I just sneaked her up there, and then I just gave her my hot dog. And after that, she just came every day, all the time.
Yeah, and then we took her in.
Like, our parents were like, no, at first, but I was like, oh, she's going in.
She passed away, though.
We took her to the vet last year, and then it was me and my mom and my cat, because her breathing was like really bad. She had to breathe with her mouth, and that's when I understood there was something wrong with her, because normally they don't breathe with their mouth. So I was like, oh, she's in trouble. And then one day she had like a seizure in the middle of the living room upstairs, and I just freaked out. I didn't know what to do. And then a few days later we took her to the vet, and then they said she had like
water in her stomach, or in her stomach area.
In her abdomen. Lower abdomen was like filled with fluids. And then also that because they had a little check on her, and they also said she had a heart disease. And then it would take like 24 hours to get rid of the fluids and everything, but she would never be like healthy.
Yeah.
Again. And I didn't want to like make her suffer for the rest of her life. That's just insensitive. Like, yes, she's my cat, or she was my cat, and I loved her, and I would be lonely without her. But like, it was her life. I didn't want to like having to take drugs every day and suffer. It was a painful decision though. But yeah, so for Christmas, on Christmas Eve, it was like the first time we spent Christmas alone. And then during dinner, my dad said, yeah, so I have made a chief decision that the kids are gonna get a new cat. I was so happy because it was really lonely for me to come from school. And then I was alone because I'm the youngest. A month later, like, we didn't start looking for cats before January. So on January 22nd, we went to a cat shelter. My dad and Marita loved this orange and white cat, but I was like, because it didn't like me as much as it liked them. And it had a brother, and they were like kind of like a pair, and I didn't want us to be the ones that separated them. And then we went to a private room. There were 2 cats. One was named Bagheera, and the other one was named Tonya. That was Freya. And I remember I just fell in love with her because she was so cozy. But like, I also loved that she was like approaching us. We didn't have to approach her. And then I thought, that's the perfect cat. And I called her Freya because on the radio we listened to them talk about, because it was a Friday. And then they talked about why it's called Friday, that it's like named after Loki's wife from Northern mythology in Norwegian. And then I was like, let's name her that, because we didn't come up with any other names and it just fit. She can be in a room in like 5 minutes and then she would start like meow.
Yeah.
To
Or
get
she
out.
wants to like leave and then she wants to go inside as soon as she's outside.
I remember it was the first week. It was like 2 days after our mom's birthday. And then I was going to the bathroom and she was in my room and the door was open. I closed the door and locked it. And then suddenly I heard like scraping on the door. And then she started meowing like really bad. And I just finished up and then opened the door. And then she came in and was like, brrr. She's like this every time. Like she just walks in with you to the bathroom, just sits there and waits till you're done. Or just walks up to you and starts cuddling with you while you're peeing. I think she just doesn't like being alone.
Maybe not. Ooh, that's actually very pretty. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you like this video. This is the final look. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, hit a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. That will mean a lot to me. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. Anyways, I hope you guys have a nice day. And until next time, bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.